Hi, this is Marilyn, the Technology Training Specialist here at HAR. And this week's Tool of the Week is the new improved mapping available through Tempo MLS. Instead of the old standard maps, we now have a new improved technology allowing Microsoft Virtual Earth to be integrated with Tempo MLS. You don't have to do anything special to access the newly upgraded maps. All you have to do is log into har.com to the HAR members area, as you always do, with your own public and private ID, and then simply access Tempo MLS by clicking the link here at the top or a little further over to the left. Once in Tempo, you'll see here an announcement regarding the map upgrade which occurred on October 30th, 2008, and see a few details about the upgrade. But to map a property, all you would have to do is simply put your mouse on the search icon and then choose the type of search you would like to perform. From a standard single-family quick search, I'll just go ahead and click the Search by Map button, as I've always done. I'll then see the new maps loading, and then instantly I'm in the new mapping system. It's a very large area, and I hear that they're going to update that to be more logically the Houston and surrounding areas. But at the moment, we'll just need to zoom in. We can use the plus and minus up here in the upper left corner, or we can double click the map, or if you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, you can simply scroll in. This system is much more efficient and it works much more smoothly, so it will load much quicker and there won't be all those lag times and black or white blotches of area where the map hasn't loaded. Again, it works much more efficiently. To pan the map, instead of having to select an icon down at the bottom of the map like I used to, I can just click and hold my mouse down to move the map wherever I need to now. Before, the mapping was very plain. You had the ability to draw a square, a circle, or a polygon, but as you can see, the mapping was very plain, for lack of a better term. I still have the same options to draw a rectangle, a circle, or a polygon simply by clicking that tool. Once I've selected the tool, I can quickly and easily draw on the map the size or shape that I prefer. I can click the X to clear this rectangle, or I can click the cancel button to cancel and redraw my area. I would also click apply to search criteria if I wanted to keep those map parameters. Again, this circle tool works just the same. You click and hold your mouse and drag it out, and you can see here on the screen that it clearly displays the radius of the circle. So if you had a customer that said, I'm going to be working in, say, the medical center and I don't want to drive any further than 5 miles in, you could guesstimate and approximate a search that included only properties about 5-mile distance from the medical center. Again, the X is available to clear that circle, or you can use the cancel key at the bottom. And the polygon functionality is the same, but it's a little bit better in that we can have more points. We can have up to 10 sides. So again, you can make it any size or shape that you would like. You can click the X to clear or cancel or apply to search criteria once you have your appropriate shape drawn. So that functionality is very much the same as we used to have. Of course, we have a couple of other choices now that were not available through Tempo. We have aerial images available. So if I click aerial, I can see some fairly detailed images overlaid with the actual street map. I can also now click bird's eye though and see a much clearer photo of that particular property. You can zoom in as close as 30 yards to each individual property. These maps are now updated every quarter, so we'll get much more up-to-date information than we possibly were getting on the other maps. So that's another advantage of the new system. We can also choose to turn the labels off and on, basically turning the street names off and on. There is also a neat option here, the overlay option. If I go back to my road map and then zoom out slightly, and then click the overlay menu here at the top, I have the choice to put plat maps or MLS area maps overlaid on top of the road map I'm currently looking at. For instance, if I choose MLS area map, you can see it instantly color codes it, so I can clearly see that this is area 21, this is area 17. So you can very clearly see that. So that's something new and extremely useful to you. The plat maps you'll need to zoom in. If you're zoomed out though, you can see here the outlines of the independent school districts. This is not something that was available to us in our other mapping system. So I can see clearly where Katy ISD and Houston ISD begin and end, for instance. So that's a great feature. But then if I were to zoom in, close specific neighborhood view, this is where I can begin to see the actual plat maps of that particular subdivision. So again, that's a very unique thing that it was not available to us before. Very handy to have. Just one simple click and that becomes available to you. And of course, unchecking the box turns both of those functionalities off immediately. You can simply then click the X in the upper right corner of that box when you're done with that tool. There's also a locator tool. So if you want to look for a particular property address, zip code, or business or point of interest, you can do that. So as you can see, the new mapping is the same in the sense that it has the same functionalities, the same simple, fairly user-friendly means of operating it, but it's new and improved because it has so many other layers and so many other amenities, as well as being much more current and up-to-date than the old system. For more information or help with this or any other HAR tool, just contact me by email at marilyn@har.com or by phone at 713-629-1900 extension 288. And don't forget to log in next week and check out the latest HAR tool of the week.